Hey guys, it's Vaughn and this is my July favorites. So welcome back to another favorites video, you guys. If you haven't seen my last favorites video, I will link it for you so you can get all caught up. Today I'm sitting in my dining room because I like the lighting over here. You guys will notice there are some changes happening in the background here. If you are not caught up on my real life vlogs, I will link that video for you as well so that you can get the tea on what I did in my foyer. Let's begin talking about the elephant in the room, this hair girl. So yes, I did some jumbo feed-in braids. I have a video on this technique if you guys want to check it out. I will link that for you as well. My lipstick is a MAC lipstick called Antique Velvet. My top is from Forever 21 from years ago. And my jeans are actually thrifted and they were distressed by my sister Alex. All right, so that's it for my look. But speaking of these braids that I did the other day, I actually have a video coming out kind of talking about my protective styling routines and things of that nature. But I wanted to share with you all some products that I used before styling my hair, some kind of scalp health products. But also I want to show you some products that I'm going to be using as I'm maintaining these braids. So let's start with this one. This is a Head & Shoulders product. This is the Head & Shoulders Royal Oils Water Activated Scalp Scrub, and it does contain coconut oil, paraben and dye free. And the purpose is to remove buildup and to renew the scalp surface, particularly before a protective style, because that's when you really want your scalp to be as healthy as possible. Not only because you're going to be wearing a single style for a period of time and you want your scalp to be able to sustain without all that buildup on it, but also for cosmetic reasons, right? If you do braids or something like this with these parts all exposed, you do not want your scalp to be looking all nasty where you can see the buildup and it just looks unhealthy. It is the worst. So I had a really good experience with this product, you guys. It's basically an exfoliator shampoo type of consistency. So it comes out of the bottle as like a cream and you just place it onto your scalp with your hair in sections and you start to rub it in with water though. You have to add water in order to activate it. It turns into this kind of soapy, soft scrubbing kind of consistency and it's so good, you guys. This is such a luxurious product. I have to recommend it. I already know you're gonna love it. It's amazing. Another couple of items I'm going to be using to maintain my braids as the days go by, ORS Olive Oil Fix-It products. I don't know if you guys heard of these products before yet. I went to their initial launch and it was so nice and I was really happy to see that they had come out with a line of products to address laying the edges, you know, laying lace front wigs and just kind of caring for hairstyles having to do with wigs and extensions. Although I like the Got2b products, I must say, and we have to, you know, just face the facts, those products were not designed for us, right? Those are for white boys when they do their little spiky, you know, hairstyles, their mohawks and stuff like that. That product was manufactured in a lab for them. We can use it and I probably will still continue to use it because I do like the way it works, but it wasn't designed with us in mind. So when ORS came out with these products specifically for black hair, black women's hair, I was really excited about that. When we start to talk about the differences in hair, it's not like I'm trying to be discriminatory or anything, but when you talk about black hair, when you talk about coarse hair, it requires a little bit more thoughtfulness in the moisture department. We cannot really handle a lot of alcohols and things like that. It's very damaging to our hair. Our hair can be very fragile in environments where things are getting a little too dry. So we need products that have moisture. We need products that are formulated to address those unique issues. And I love these ORS olive oil products because they're infused with the oils that our hair loves, like castor and argan. They also omit a lot of the ingredients that our hair doesn't like. These products don't leave any kind of residue. Black girls don't have blonde hair, right? So when our gels and sprays and things dry down, we need it to be clear because you'll be able to see it on our dark hair. But let me talk about them individually. So firstly is the olive oil, the ORS olive oil Gellie, Glaze, and Hold. Now this is a gel I would use on my edges to kind of finish off my braided looks. I would also use it on the surface of my hair to really tame those areas where the hair wants to get a little frizzy, wants to stick up, doesn't want to do what I tell it. So this is going to give it that nice shiny gel-like finish without making my hair curly. You know what I mean? Some gels you put on, it makes your hair want to stand up and get curly. This will not do that. It's going to lay the hair down, especially if you put your scarf on right after. Now, the ORS Olive Oil Fix-It Super Hold Spray is what you would put on to go ahead and finish and lock in your style. Now with my braids, I like to use this along the length of the braids where the braiding hair is kind of blending into my real hair, because this is going to just help keep it locked in so you don't have those areas where the hair is kind of like sticking out and trying to separate from the braiding hair. Also, I like to use this on the finish. So right when I'm done, I've used my gels and everything else, I'll spray this all over and then put on my stocking cap or my turban or my scarf, and that's really just going to lock in the style. This spray doesn't contain any glue and dries down clear, which is awesome. For you ladies out there who may have been looking for an alternative to Got2b, give the ORS olive oil line a try. They're cruelty free, they're available at your local beauty supply store, very easily accessible. There's a full line, right? Those are just 2 products I pulled from the line, but there's a full line of options for you guys. So if you see those in a beauty supply store, give them a chance, take a look. I think you'll find something that you like. Okay, moving on from hair, I want to transition into talking about some edibles, but before I do that, I want to show you all this candle. I showed you a candle in my last favorites video. I've been buying candles quite a bit lately because I just love them so much, and I need at least 3 or 4 for every room in my house. So that's a lot of candles, and I'm always trying out new ones. And I really love this one, you guys, that I got from At Home, because for a couple of different reasons, right? I got this one for my family room and I love the way it looks. I love the wooden, you know, top to it and everything, and it's clear and it just looks really nice for in there. So I love the look, but also I love that it has the 3 wicks, which is perfect for my family room because it's such a large room. Sometimes 1 single wick candle is not enough. So having the 3 kind of flickering fiery lights coming out is such a mood, and I really love it. But my favorite part of this candle, and the reason I buy candles, is because of the smell. Of course the ambiance and everything, but it's really the smell. This is so nice. This is called Antique Bouquet, and it's a blend of fragrance of peony, rose, and freesia. I don't know if it's freesia or freesia. I've actually never heard of that flower, but it smells amazing. And this is from the Vintage Flowers collection. It's a number 5 candle, and I got it from At Home, and it was only $12.99. Yeah, after I clean up a room, I always light a candle afterwards. I'm one of those people that does that instead of spraying. Because I actually hate aerosol sprays. I really do. I only buy them for the bathroom. Okay, moving on into the kitchen, right? We're kind of, I feel like we're walking through my house. We just left my bathroom, you know, we just left the family room. Now we're headed into the kitchen. I wanted to share an item that's kind of random for my favorites, but we are gonna talk about it. And that is this Zep spray. I got this from Menards, my happy place. It's an oven and grill cleaner, you guys. This is 2 times stronger than, I guess, the original formula. But this is my first time trying a grill and oven cleaner on my microwave. That's the reason I'm sharing this product in this favorites today, because I had a hunch one day. I was in my kitchen, I was just kind of, you know, cleaning up and tidying up, and I looked at my microwave, like my microwave door, the exterior part, and I was like, this is not getting clean the way I want it to, just using everyday like surface cleaner. I need these speckles of grease and baked on carbon and all that to get off of here. And I just feel like, you know, I don't know if this was designed for cleaning a microwave, but I had a hunch to use it and it worked like a charm. I also used it on my actual grill and on my actual oven, and it works amazingly. So I really love Zep for cleaning off all that grease and grime. Yeah, sometimes the way that products are advertised is one thing, but if you understand the science of why and how it works, then you can determine other areas where you could probably use the product and see success. So that's what I did. And speaking of kitchen, I wanted to share a couple of items that I picked up off of Amazon Prime, and they got delivered. I was really excited. These bookends. Okay, these are for my cookbooks in my kitchen. I don't know if you guys remember, but my cookbooks were in my kitchen on the counter, but they were kind of like in between 2 other items on the counter. Really wasn't working out too well for me in terms of making sense, because if I needed that item, the books would fall or whatever. I mean, you can imagine the folly. So I definitely wanted to get some official bookends to hold them up specifically. And I was happy about these because they were so cheap, you guys. I'm trying to remember, I think it was between like $6 and $8. And I got the 2 of them for that price. So anyway, I'll put the link below if you guys are interested in getting some bookends for your cookbooks. But I think it's really important that cookbooks be in the kitchen and accessible on the counter, because you need to be able to reach for them at a moment's notice. You don't need to go into your library and get your cookbook. So they do need to be in the kitchen, and I think getting some nice affordable bookends is a great idea. I was searching around for some kitchen countertop bookends in some of the home decor stores, and they were so expensive. It was, you know, I wanted just something simple like this, but I just feel like all of them were like $27 a piece. I'm like, I'm not spending $60 for 2 bookends for some cookbooks. So I knew I had to go on Amazon to look for a bargain, and I found it, and I'm really happy about it. Okay, an edible that is so good, you guys. It's actually done. I finished it. I just kept the packaging so that I could show you all because I was so impressed by these little cookies, girl. This is a Sweet Loren's product. It is an oatmeal cranberry cookie dough. And I got this from Target, I believe. It's gluten-free, dairy, vegan, peanut and tree nut free. It's a non-GMO project verified product. And it comes with 12 cookies in here, you guys. And I think I finished these in 2 days, me and Ann. But you guys, these are so, you know, healthy and clean that you could eat them right out of the packaging raw. You don't even have to cook them. There's no ingredients in here that need heat. But having them cooked was even better because then you have this warm, you know, kind of treat that you're biting into, so it's incredible. But you can eat these raw, you guys, and I've had them both ways and they are so good. They're just so satisfying and delicious. Like, you know, me and Ann were like fighting over them. And the creator of these cookies has a really inspiring story that is printed on the back. So I am just excited to try out some of the other flavor combinations. I'll be heading back to Target real soon. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to move into my wine of the month. For today's wine share, I just have the one bottle here, and this is actually a sparkling wine. It is a Prosecco. This is Lamarca, okay? Lamarca is probably one of my favorite Proseccos, if not my favorite. I mean, it's so easily accessible. It's like 13 bucks at Walgreens, Jewel, whoever. You will find it at your local grocery store. I discovered Lamarca having dinner at a restaurant, and I was looking at their Prosecco offerings, and they had highlighted this one, and I was like, well, give me the one that you highlighted. And I liked it so much that when the waitress came back, I'm like, what kind was that? And we had a conversation about Lamarca, and I've been buying it ever since, and this was years ago. The best part about it is that it is affordable and accessible. I love that about it. I mean, and there are other Proseccos that you can choose from in the grocery store. There are plenty. There are tons of Prosecco options, but I really like Lamarca, you guys, because it is the perfect balance between sweet and dry. Like, I actually don't like really sweet alcoholic beverages. I don't like Moscato, you know, it's just certain things that are just a little too sweet for me, but this is perfect. When you want that bubbly feel on your tongue, but you still want to also get a little bubbly, I would say this is really good with like an entree salad, vegan dishes, and seafood. You can also make a really tasty mimosa out of Lamarca Prosecco. So that is it for my July favorites, you guys. I want to thank you all for joining and listening to me talk. These favorites are my favorite to film, and I love that you guys love them. Stay tuned for next month's favorites. I will be posting it towards the end of August, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye!